Hey, what's going on, everyone? So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Clone Commander Gree. So I'm slowly building up my Clone Commanders on the shelf. Still need Fox, but I'm happy to finally have Gree. And as you can see, comes in the red and black box. You got Star Wars The Black Series up there. Through the window, you can see Gree. Comes with a DC-15A, a DC-15S, and a pair of binoculars. And down there at the bottom, you got a really nice looking picture of Gree. On this side of the box, the front window wraps around. You got Clone Commander Gree, and then in the big font, just Gree. And on this side, it's all red, and it's not numbered because this was originally a 2017 Toys R Us exclusive. The top of the box is just black, and look where this hook is. I don't think I've ever had one off center. That is pretty bizarre. On the bottom, there's a barcode sticker over the barcode, and then there's some stuff that no one reads. And on the back, you have the same picture as the front. You got a bio in various languages, and then some more stuff that no one reads. I'm gonna get Clone Commander Gree open, and let's take a look at it. All right, so here is Clone Commander Gree. Let's just take a good look at him. We'll start up here with this helmet, and I am digging this helmet. The combination of silver, light green, dark green, and then metallic green on the visor. All looks really, really good. I mean, that visor just shines. Loving that. And then the silver on the mouth grill, I think looks pretty good. All this in here is nicely done. Black stripe going around, got a little bit of black there. Fin going up the middle, yeah, I like that. And then you have a dark gray stripe back here. Yeah, what a good looking helmet. And then from the neck down, I mean, it's clone armor that's camouflaged. But we'll take a look at the chest first. So we got this gray, green, gray kind of pattern going on up here with some scratches and some paint splotches here and there. It's fine. Got some straps on either side, kind of going up and over around to his back. And speaking of backs, you got this cool box back here. I love this with some brown kind of mixed in with the green. Very nicely done. Yeah, I love this. Totally digging this antenna. This looks cool. And then he has a second thermal detonator right here. Very nice. And then you have just some paint splotches here and there, some scratches. There's the other thermal detonator on the back of the belt. And speaking of belts, it's a standard Clone Trooper belt. This one is a separate piece. It'll move a little bit, but again, you got some brown kind of mixed in with the green. Love that, just to add to the camo look to it. Yeah, it's a cool belt. I think all this in here is nicely done. The black undersuit looks really good. As far as arms, you got some scratches up here on the shoulder pads, some scratches here on the bicep armor, a little camo, little elbow pad. Camo on the forearm, and then this armor plate on the back of the hand is also camo, so that looks really good. And then the right arm is pretty much the same thing. Scratches up here, scratches on this, and then camo from the elbow down. And then from the waist down, camo up here. His butt's camouflaged. The upper legs are camo. Love that. Got a brown strap here going to this little pouch. I'm not sure what this is for, but it's a nice sculpt. It looks really cool. And then brown straps around the back of these camo knee pads. Like that a lot. And then the lower leg is just a dark gray going down to these Clone Trooper shoes that we've seen before on all the clones. I mean, same sculpt, but man, it is a good looking figure from top to bottom. He's going to look good on the shelf. But being on the old clone body, the articulation is not going to be very good. But he does have some side to side at the head. He can look down that much, and he can only look up about that much. And you've got nothing in the way of tilt. And these shoulder pads just stop. That's as far as the arms go. Yeah, they didn't think that through. These are just as solid as can be. But the arms do rotate all the way around. So the elbows do have two separate joints, but it doesn't really help. You just barely get to 90. There's an upper bicep swivel, a swivel at the wrist. Now, Gree does have a pretty good up and down hinge on the right hand, and the left hand has the side-to-side hinge. He's got some twist at the midsection, but he can't crunch forward much. He doesn't go back very much, but he does have just a hair of side-to-side tilt. There's an upper thigh swivel, and if you rotate the legs out just a little bit, they can get up that far. They go out to there. They go back about that much. He's got double jointed knees that get that far. The back of the knee pad kind of stops it. The feet go down that far. They go up to there, and there's some swivel at the ankle. And as far as accessories, there's a look at the DC-15S that he comes with. So mine is a little warped. It's not the straightest one in the world, but it's just like all the other ones we've seen. It's just cast in dark gray plastic. Nothing special about it, but it does get the job done. And there's a look at the DC-15A that he comes with, the heavy blaster rifle. This thing it's fine. I mean, it's just like the other ones we've seen. It's just cast in kind of a dark gray plastic. There's nothing special about it, but I do love the sculpt on this rifle. And there's a look at the binoculars. So nothing special here. Just kind of an off-white color with some green paint. You got a little bit of sculpt there on that end and then some black paint on this end that he looks through. But, you know, with the poor articulation in the elbows, I don't think he's going to be able to get these up to his face, but it's cute that they included them. All right, so next let's see how Gree holds everything. So we'll start with the DC-15S, the carbine, and this thing goes in his hand really well. The trigger finger is right at the trigger, right where it should be. Very stable in one hand, and I think that looks pretty good. And as far as two-handed aiming, I mean, yeah, you can do this. You can get it in two hands, but with the rotten elbows and the really poor shoulders, there's just no way to get this blaster up here, like near his face, and have it look natural. But he can fire low like this with two hands. And if you think back to Revenge of the Sith, when he was about to execute Yoda and failed, he had his blaster low. So I'm kind of okay with this. Because, you know, trying to get it up higher, it's too far from his body. It just doesn't look natural. So he's got to do this, you know, down here. But, you know, this is not a bad look at all. All right, so let's see about the DC-15A. So this goes in the hand very well. Trigger finger is right at the trigger. Yeah, that looks good. And this rifle is surprisingly stable in one hand. But with two hands, I mean, yes, you can get it in two hands if you want to get it up high. It just looks kind of funny. That does not look natural. I mean, from the side, it's not bad, but from the front, you can see it's really not all that close to his body because of these really poor elbows. So again, you kind of have to have it low down here, which, you know, this is not a bad look either. All right, so next let's see about the binoculars. So in the right hand is kind of a funny shape. I mean, that's his gun hand. He does hold them, but he holds them kind of at a funny angle. And then you can force it up to his eyes like that. Okay, so that works, but it's not going to stay. It doesn't quite get up there and stay put. But he does hold them in the right. And there they are in the left hand. And again, you can force them up to his face like that, up to his eyes. But it just doesn't stay. You know, the shape of the hand in relation to the shape of the binoculars just doesn't quite allow him to hold them, you know, there near his face. And, of course, the elbows, you know, you've only got so much range here. But, you know, he can certainly just hold them down by his side. And for two hands, nah, just ain't going to happen. These elbows are pretty poor. It's a pretty cool accessory. It's just you can't quite get them up there. So, and there they go. I will probably put those binoculars in my box of accessories of things I don't use, but they're kind of cool, though. And there they go again. And there he is on the shelf, and I must say, he looks really, really good there on the shelf. That green just stands out. The metallic green on the visor really just shines. I mean, that is just killer. I love that. But he looks really good there in between Wolf and Rex, and there's Cody and Bly, and man, what a good-looking figure. Great shelf presence, and notice I just have the DC-15S in his hand, firing low, just like he was during Order 66, trying to Order 66 Yoda, and failed miserably. But that's how I have him posed for right now, and he does look great on the shelf. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I mean, not the best articulation in the world by any means on this older clone body. I mean, the elbows are so bad. Shoulders are even worse, but the figure does look great. I'm loving all this in here. The camo is nice. I mean, these upper thighs and the forearms, I mean, they just, even his butt. Yeah, the camo looks fantastic. Love all this in here. The antenna's pretty sweet, but cool looking figure. The binoculars, I probably won't ever use them, but it's cute that they included them. And I'm glad they gave him a long blaster, you know, the DC-15A. That's a classic clone weapon, but this is what he tried to Order 66 Yoda with, so I think I'm going to pose him with the DC-15S. So again, cool looking trooper. Really happy to have it. Kind of wish the articulation was the new updated articulation, but it's an awesome figure. Really happy to have this one. But please comment below. I would love to hear from you guys, and let me know what you think of Clone Commander Gree. And if you like videos on Star Wars The Black Series, please consider dropping a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and please turn on notifications because I'm always posting something. I'd certainly appreciate it. And I just thank y'all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.